Detroit sports. We suck, but we're not an S show.
At least we're not Miami.
At least we're not Washington.
Yes.
We didn't change our name to some lame-ass name, too.
I mean,
And then a month into it, they come out with the logo.
I don't know.
Into it, they got to redo their logo because the dates were wrong. I mean, come on. I don't even think it's close. I understand, Tom, why you're saying Miami, but no, it's not even close.
I know look, there's no doubt the Commanders, Washington, they are a crap show too. If I was a Dolphins fan, though, I would be irate. I even think I would throw into this even Stephen Ross's arrogant, pricky comments about Harbaugh right at the end of the year. Like, what owner comes out and talks extensively about a potential coaching candidate? But I'm not
If I was a Dolphin
because I
fan-
will never take him from Michigan. Stephen Ross has come off as a big-time loser to me in the last couple of months.
That's true. That is, he's given like $250 million to the university.
Okay, so give
Yeah, but that doesn't affect if you're a Dolphin fan, you don't care if you're a Dolphin
Right,
fan.
I'm just saying that,
No. Look, if you're a Dolphin fan, yeah, you might be pissed at Romo. You might think he's like lost his marbles. He hasn't lost his money. But at least you're sitting there, you have draft capital.
Yeah.
You traded out.
you still have a young quarterback with a lot of potential.
You have a young coach that's a question mark. People seem to be pretty damn high on Mike McDaniel. Even though he looks like a nerd. But
He does. Yes.
it's like the guy if you watch the show Billions. He looks like the guy who plays Bill like in the movies. Billions with the glasses. Anyway, our telephone number is 248-539-9797. That is also the ticket text. Don't forget it's 725. We have the $2 Slam. What is the biggest S show in professional sports? It's 97.1.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Pro basketball futures market for MVP. Philadelphia Star Center is the even money favorite. Denver Star Center at plus 250. Milwaukee's two-time MVP at plus 550. And then we have Memphis' star second-year guard, one of the biggest box office attractions in the league, at 12-1, putting on a run of excellent performances recently. But you should not bet him to win MVP. Way too much ground to make up. And not only do you need him to continue playing this well, but you need the guys in front of him to falter. And I don't think Philly Star Center is going to falter with the guy they just traded for. So he's been great, but still, Philly Star Center deserves to be the favorite. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
John's Lumber is now Builder's First Source. Same products, same great service, same staff, and the same two Metro Detroit locations. Now backed by a national company with over 550 locations across the country. Now is the time to get your deck from Macomb County's largest decking dealer. Whether you're needing a new deck or resurfacing an existing deck, Builder's First Source will get the job done right. Come meet the experts from Mazak, Trex, and TimberTech on March 12th from 9 to noon at the Builder's First Source Deck Expo at their Shelby Township location. Get more info at buildersfirstsource.com.
When it comes to cybersecurity, the biggest threats don't always strike the biggest targets. Almost half of all cyber attacks target small businesses. So help protect yours with Comcast Business Security Edge. It's advanced security that continuously scans for threats and helps protect every connected device. On the largest, fastest, reliable network, speeds up to 10 gigs to most small businesses. So switch today and get cutting-edge speed with advanced security and be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get a powerful and reliable internet solution from Comcast Business and ask how to add Security Edge. Or find out how to get a $650 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go online to ComcastBusiness.com today to learn more. Prepaid card offer ends 3/21/22. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Whether you're purchasing or refinancing, you need to call the mortgage company with nearly 5,000 five-star reviews. Let Hall Financial cover the cost of your appraisal. 866-CALL-HALL or chat with us online at call
able to pick it up, Indeed can help them hire quick and fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
If your tank water heater's over 8 years old, you may be sitting on a ticking time bomb. It could start leaking without warning, causing far more damage than the loss of the heater itself. Consider replacing it with a Navien tankless water heater. No storage tank to leak, endless hot water for spa-like comfort, longer life, and backed by Navien's strong warranty. Before time runs out, visit tanklessmadesimple.com for the name of your Navien contractor. Text the ticket using the same number you used to call the ticket. Ticket text 248-539-9797. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jensen.
Good morning. Telephone number 248-539-9797.
I've got a moment that I think I need to bring to light. I'm still relatively new to the business, right? I've been here a little over a year and a half, and frequently I take notes from, working with a Detroit sports radio legend in yourself. And so one of the things I like to do is just make sure that, like, throughout the course of the day, if I'm listening to the afternoon show, how do they set things up? How do they approach certain topics? Same with the midday show. It's Doug Karsh's tease and how does he set things up and saying an exact time. So when I go to a break, I always like to make sure that I'm teasing for the callers and I'm asking the question that we want answered, we want interaction. And so this is what I heard when we went to our last break.
What is the biggest S show in professional sports? It's 97.1 The
Answer.
No, it's not us. Not us.
So I just make note of some things and I appreciate the lessons.
I mean, we got the Blue Wall in the mornings.
Yeah.
We got Lion State Media on Sundays in the fall.
That's true. They call it Sparty Radio.
Yeah, it does. So
You see, like Rico yesterday actually brought up that he thinks Montelli's the better coach. Now look, I know throughout history in his career, yeah, you can make the argument, but you know what he's doing.
oh yeah.
Of course, what he's doing.
Juwan hating.
It's not just that; it's brilliant. They're professional trolls at times.
Yeah. Plant the seed and see if it grows. And, because if it doesn't, then no harm, no foul.
And then
If
David,
it
Teddy,
does,
and Roberto just go along with it.
yeah, they get a chance to, fan the flame. So we do have some ticket text, though. One,
Okay. I want to give one I thought of during the break that actually trumps all of this as far as the S shows in sports. I don't know if anybody, I don't want to steal thunder, but I'm going to if I have to. The Arizona Coyotes. The Arizona Coyotes, they've had draft choices taken away for them doing bad things. I don't know the exact stuff. They've been horrible. They shouldn't be. Next year, they can't even get a lease to extend the arena where they have. They're going to be playing, allegedly, where Arizona State plays hockey. Yes, there is a team at Arizona State that plays hockey. The place seats like 4,000, 5,000 people, and it's all benches. It's a joke, that franchise. They should just quit.
well, it's funny you say that because we have a one word at the Texans. The next ticket text, biggest S show, Arizona Coyotes. Easily.
Yeah.
They will be playing their home games in a college hockey arena. Complete mess. That's from John in Lake Orion.
Of the teams you guys have mentioned, I definitely buy into Washington. That's a definite yes. It could be worse than the Dolphins, but I think the thing with the Dolphins is they have a history. This one used to be a proud franchise, and what it's turned into, it's like what's behind door number 3 like every 3 weeks.
It's like when Don Shula left, so did the franchise. in a weird way.
Well, especially though, I really think Stephen Ross's ownership has to be questioned at this point. Let's see how this Flores thing plays out. Odds are it never gets proven because rich guy gets out of things.
Well, now hold on. Rich guy gets out of things, but if you're looking at this and if Brian Flores has any evidence of tanking, rich guy may get out of it, but we will destroy him. That to me is one of the. It's unbelievable to actually go into games and be directed and incentivized to lose games.
Well, he'll lose his franchise if that happens.
He's got to. But to Gov's point, rich guy gets out of things. I don't think at that point rich guy can get out of it. He may not, I don't know how he gets out of it.
Here's the way I
But
look at
Gov's
this.
right, because look at Dan Snyder. Rich guy, he still has that freaking team.
I say this. I 100% believe Brian Flores. I do. This is my opinion. I think he's going to have a tremendous difficult time proving it and going up against somebody like this in the court of law. I do.
Yeah.
But to me, I just don't see why he would make this false accusation. And, well, he was fired. To me, the fact that he got rehired in the NFL and he's coaching on Mike Tomlin's staff sealed it for me. That he's telling the truth. But, will
He just doesn't have concrete acting. He doesn't have concrete.
It's the same thing with Deshaun Watson to a degree. His accusers, I'm sure there's some of those women that are telling the truth. But as you've seen this play out for over a year, that to prove these things, man, it's all hearsay.
By the way, you know what else is turning into an S show? Even though they did win a championship a couple of years ago, the Lakers.
Exactly.
Yes.
What's going on with the Russell Westbrook? Now there's a story that the Lakers and Westbrook kind of agreed maybe they'll part ways. Thankfully for Laker fans. Who's running the show? You hear, Pelinka, he's a horrible GM, the coach and all that. LeBron's running the show, right, basically? So how can LeBron, get off easy here without taking any blame?
Well, 100%, but they got the ring. It's almost the same thing as like what the Buccaneers could potentially become if Brady decides to come back but doesn't want to play with them, and Arians said they wouldn't accommodate a trade. All that stuff. But it was worth it, so who cares? You got the ring. Like the Rams, they could become one with the personalities, lack of draft picks. You don't know, but it was worth it.
Yeah, it absolutely was worth it. And a lot of that was because Brad Holmes built that team, helped build that team.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that can come over, to the Lions.
Yeah.
But, because the Lions are the Lions, we know that won't happen, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, but at some point, you got to have some faith, and they built through the draft. He talked about that on on Tuesday down at the Combine. They're going to continue to build through the draft. They have some more, the universe, as he said, is more open to them during the free agency because they actually have a little money to spend. Now, I don't think they're going to get wild and crazy because they are going to continue to build through the draft. And for a guy that was, and we always have to put this caveat on there, he was the director of college scouting. They drafted extremely well, especially in the middle rounds for the LA Rams. Can he continue to do that? How much of it was him? How much of it was Les Snead, those around him? We don't know, but I'm excited that we have a guy with a track record that can identify talent and build a team through a draft.
Based on track record as well, we have two of them here. As far as younger guys, like with Troy Weaver, did the same thing as an apprentice, so to speak, in Oklahoma City for Sam Presti. Now, obviously, Killian Hayes, although he's played much better coming off the bench, it's obviously he's not going to be a star player in this league. But so that's going to be on his resume. But you know what? That's what these teams have to do. When they're as bad, you try to do the rebuild in the right way, and hopefully it'll work. The Red Wings are doing it the right way. We think the Tigers are doing it the right way, but you know what? We don't know because they're not playing.
Right.
And I know, you can go watch a minor league scrimmage. I could get in a car and drive 3 hours to watch Torkelson and Jackson Jobe and Riley Green and those guys, but I don't think so. What's it for them? And the fans. Look, I've been talking to a lot of people, baseball coming back, especially down here where I am. There's a lot of, New Yorkers, and they still love baseball, and big Yankee fans. We know what's going to happen. So I don't know. What I think is going to happen, I think they're going to miss the first 2 weeks of the season, something like that. Maybe May 1st they'll start, and I think early on people get pissed, and some people there'll be some blowback. Attendance will be down probably just after opening day, and then once, if your team is doing well and in the summer it's nice out, most people will be back. But if your team sucks, it's going to be brutal.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal. There's no
Worse
hope.
than ever.
If this happened, well, and it did, except fans weren't allowed to go to games 2 years ago, and Detroit was where they were. Now I know that Ron Gardenhire, you could whatever you think about him, I thought he was a great dude. He was the right guy at the right time to help Detroit fans and the Tigers through where they were. But if there's a lockout and fans are allowed to go, who would have gone in Detroit at that time? There was just no hope. It was abysmal. But before we move on, because I have a definite thought on when I think we come back. Let's go to the phone lines real quick and continue the conversation about the worst S show in sports. And let's go to Nathan in Warren. Good morning, Nathan.
Good morning. John, it's funny that you brought that up, the way you said it about Stoney going to break last time, the way he said that. When I turned my truck on this morning, that's the first thing I heard was biggest S show in sports, 97 won the ticket. And I was like, what? What the hell happened?
Stoney's quitting.
Anyway, so as far as the Flores thing goes, Gov, you just said something, and it kind of upsets me because the media has a responsibility, I think, to the way that they put things out there. And you just said, rich guys gonna get away with it without knowing, who's at fault or whatever. I think the way that you just said that, basically, you're already implying that Ross is guilty. Now, as far as Flores goes, I think that if he's a man of ethics and morals, if he was asked to tank or whatever, why didn't he just walk away at that point? Why didn't he say, I'm not that kind of coach, that's not what I believe in, I can't coach his team anymore? Instead, he looks like the jilted ex-lover. He got cut, he got let go, now all of a sudden, now my ex-wife is ugly, type of thing.
I agree. Your first point, I made a blanket statement there about Ross, and I understand what you're saying. I do have a belief that if you have money, you get out of things in life. It's just reality. I think we're living a lie if we don't believe that. The second point is usually whistleblowers don't talk until it's a little safer to talk. Do you agree with that just as a premise across the board?
Yeah, I do. I get mad sometimes when I hear these guys that they put themselves out there like I'm a man of integrity and all this, but then, it's how come you're a man of integrity after the fact? You're a man of integrity. Show me you're a man of integrity in the moment. Don't show me after the fact.
Yeah, easier said than done.
Fair point, but we have hundreds of thousands of cases where the same playbook plays out in my mind.
But
Where
right.
people don't talk immediately.
If Flores would have done that, he would have been looked at as a hero to a lot of people. To give up his job, like it would have been during the season, let's say.
Well, and
that's when it happened.
Let's go back to when it would have happened as well, because if you're tanking for Tua, it would have happened 3 years ago in his first year, and then he coached 2 more years.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're just identifying the timeline.
But he never said it was definitely for that draft either. Don't forget. But you assume it was.
Yeah, I mean,
He just said it was gonna, he was gonna get $100,000,
Per loss,
basically. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't prove this. I'm just a dot connector, okay? And I have a tough time believing if Brian Flores was making all this up, that he would have a job right now in this league. I just do.
I also think that if there was some evidence, we'd see it.
Yeah, the other thing could have been small talk. That could have been, hey, you know what? That's a loser.
Well, he does everything on his yacht, so that you can have transactions, records.
I don't know how much time he spends on his yacht. I have no idea. All right, our
Brady
telephone
out there.
number is 248-539-9797.
Hey, missing football on Thursdays? I know I am. You can still turn every Thursday into payday with NBA on TNT, on FanDuel Sportsbook. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. FanDuel is giving all customers $10 back every Thursday. Just bet a $10 or more same-game parlay on any NBA on TNT game. Same-game parlays let you combine the money line, point spread, player props, and so much more all into one wager. You can even do it by an individual player point total, rebounds, assists. The beauty of it is you get to create your own, and you put down a little and you can win a lot. And win or lose, you're guaranteed to get $10 added to your account. Get $10 back every Thursday, win or lose, with TNT Thursdays. If you're new to FanDuel, just sign up with promo code Jansen to get your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. FanDuel Sportsbook is the official partner of 97.1 The Ticket. Must be 21 or over and present. Michigan bonus issues now withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max bonus $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJE AMI 50 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Amazing Smiles Dental Implant Center. A crash is reported in 53 Van Dyke Freeway heading southbound at 32 Mile. Elsewhere, slowdowns continue 275 northbound through that work zone from Michigan Avenue to M1496. Imagine getting your smile back in one day, your confidence back in one day. Dr. Jim Daly and Amazing Smiles Dental Implant Center can do this for you. One location, the latest technology and financing available. Don't hide your smile anymore. Take your life back by calling Amazing Smiles today, 248-955-9000 or amazingsmiles.us. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Necessary Roughness with former NFL lineman TJ Lang and John Jansen. Download it today on the Odyssey app. This Odyssey.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Northville Lumber.
This is Zach Gelb with an Odyssey Sports Minute. The Buffalo Bills are once again interested in signing Rob Gronkowski. Buffalo wanted Gronk last offseason, but the star tight end ran it back with Tom Brady in Tampa. With TB12 retired for now, I could see the Williamsville native scoring TDs, eating wings, and throwing fans through tables for Bills Mafia in 2022. If you're a Patriots fan, for your sanity, you may want to look the other way. I'm Zach Gelb.
Welcome to Allstate, where we bring it all together. And bundling your home and auto is good, right? And it saves you up to 25%. It all comes together. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today. Bundled savings discounts will vary by state. Saving up to 25% is a countrywide average of savings off the home policy. Combining the multiple policy discount for having auto insurance with Allstate and the wealth of discount savings and enrollment.
Hi, my name's Joe Cordell. Sometimes in divorce, courts require the higher earner to pay to the other party what's called spousal support or alimony. Usually this order can be modified in certain circumstances, but such modifications are often complicated and are best entrusted to attorneys that are well acquainted with such matters. At Cordell & Cordell, that's our business. Remember, you're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Detroit area attorneys. A partner men can count on. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor. CordellCordell.com.
And now, another stroke of genius from Genesis Credit Union. Today, Genius Checking. I'm no math whiz, but even I can calculate the benefits of a Genius high-yield checking account from Genesis Credit Union. With just 10 debit transactions a month and e-statements, I'll earn 4.07% APY. With 28 locations and 30,000 ATMs. Stop by or check us out at genesiscu.org. That's genius. That's Genesis. Federally insured by the NCUA. Annual percentage yield paid on average daily balance up to $7,500.
BetMGM welcomes you with a special offer on college basketball. Simply place a $10 moneyline wager on any game. If either team hits a three-pointer in the game, you'll win $200 in free bets. Just use bonus code GATOR200 when you make your first bet. Plus, you'll earn BetMGM rewards points that can be redeemed for online bonuses or converted into cups for rooms, restaurants, and more at over 20 MGM resorts nationwide. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code GATOR200 to
I've had some buddies go out there, and they say it is the ultimate for Harley owners.
So now where we live down in the Southfield Metro Airport, you know, that's one of the big signs of Springs when I hear the motorcycles rubbing off in the distance. And I expect to hear that my Sunday for sure.
Oh, certainly. I bet you hear it. You're going to hear it. I think you'll start hearing it on Friday because everybody's going to make sure that everything's tuned up, ready to go. We're going to get the bikes out for a wash and make sure that all is ready to show off come Saturday.
I think Saturday about 3 o'clock, you're going to see choppers over, you know, Lake St. Clair too, saving people. That happens. It's a ritual.
If they know it's going to be 60, they can't go out.
They do, though.
I know. There's always that one. Well, you know, my one last it's New Year, baby.
Now, let me ask you this, John. If water's thawed and let's say the Detroit River where it rarely freezes, is it too early to go in the boat?
Oh, no. If the boat launch is open, you launch the boat because, on the Great Lakes, walleye fishing never closes. So you can, it's open season all year. So you can get out there. All you got to do is find a way to float your boat. And once you're out, that's it. And now if the ice is thin enough, you can obviously break ice yourself to get out. The question then is, if you're going out for an evening, for the evening bite, you got to make sure that it doesn't drop below freezing so that the launch freezes up before, because I've had that before where you can get back to the trailer, but because boats are coming in and out, as the water that is, on the trailers, it gets dripped on the launch and it freezes and continues to happen. All of a sudden, you got an ice slick, and I've seen a few trucks slide right back into the water. Oh yeah, it's definitely a threat, but
Or carry the salt.
fishing can be good.
I'm sure that the golf courses will be crowded over the weekend, and as long as the course is not completely soaked.
Things have dried up a little bit here too.
Yeah, we've had some windy days, and I think look out now. All you can see is the piles from the plows. Everything else on the grass, even on some of the south-facing slopes, north-facing slopes, are all they're all thawed.
So you're getting the shorts out, you're getting the bike out, getting the boat out, you're getting the yard work out.
No, I'm not gonna, trust me, I'm not gonna waste the first beautiful weekend on doing gardening. I'm gonna go out and have some fun.
Don't you have to wait till at least April? Opening day should be the precursor to yard work.
Well, I am considering it, but it will be a unique situation where our house is, we're next to a farm. So when there's a southwest wind, there's windy days we've had, and we got a pine tree. There are pine cones up there.
And needles.
Yeah. But they can stay. Deteriorate, whatever. But the pine cones have to go if I'm going to mow eventually.
248-539-9797. How do you anticipate, I don't know if celebration's the right word, but
Yeah, it is.
with the weather warm up, how you going to act this weekend, so to speak, what you're going to participate in. And we have the 2 Grand Slam coming up at 7:25. Stony Chance on 792.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk. This is 97.1. The Ticket.
Brought to you by Cars for Kids. Tigers pitcher Michael Fulmer giving his 2 cents about the failed CBA negotiations and canceled games by Major League Baseball, admitting that the situation is frustrating and the players remain united on fair compensation for rookies and veterans alike. He says if they don't stand up to the league now, the next generation of athletes going to pay for it. The 2 sides left Jupiter, Florida yesterday with no public plan on when they'll meet again and try to end the lockout. In the meantime, the minor league squad in Lakeland is splitting into 2 teams and will hold a scrimmage that fans can attend at Joker Marchant Stadium at 10:30 a.m. with Tigers prospects. Likely of interest to the Lions, quarterbacks and wide receivers among the prospects getting set for their workouts at the Combine in Indianapolis today. They conducted their interviews yesterday. They're scheduled to be measured to do on-field workouts. Offensive linemen and running backs will take their turn meeting with the media this afternoon. BetOnline doing a social media study of the most hated NFL figures this past season, and topping the list is quarterback Aaron Rodgers by a long shot. The League still waiting on him to decide if he wants to return to Green Bay or not. But rounding out the top 5 of that list are Antonio Brown, Bill Belichick, Odell Beckham Jr., and Deshaun Watson. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar for more. Stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Ticket, 248-539-9797. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate it. Two-man slam, 725. John's got some ticket texts.
I
Go ahead,
do.
John.
It says, morning, guys. I'll be down in southern Indiana watching my stepson play college baseball. It will be 70 degrees. That's from Matt in Canton. Here's one after my own heart, one that you guys just mentioned. I'll be out ice fishing to enjoy the spring-like weather. Got to get those last sits in before the years are over. That's from Tim in Lapeer. Tim, I want to know.
Be safe out there.
The large majority are very safe and make sure that they're not putting themselves or anyone else at risk.
Okay, all right. Granted, I can be a risk sometimes, and I'm not a big, I'm never really ice fishing. But with, as Gov, mentioned, we've had stories over the years. If it's going to be over 60 degrees,
It depends how much ice you're sitting on.
okay, but why even take that chance?
Well, because if you're sitting on 12 inches of ice, it's not all going to melt in one day. Heck, it's not going to melt in a week's time. These are the great days to be out ice fishing because you get all of the best of both worlds. You're ice fishing plus probably if it's 60 degrees, you can get a t-shirt. Here's a few more.
But that water's going to be cold when you fall in.
Well, you're not going to fall. Jeep Wrangler, top goes down at 50 or above. Going to go outside with my 1-year-old daughter and play with her on the lawn since she just started walking a month and a half ago.
That's awesome.
Yes, trust me. I took Teddy out yesterday because it was a little bit warmer. Kids going outside in the spring, especially between the months of 4 or 5 months. I'm sure Heather, when she comes back in April, she'll have this same experience. But John, best stress relief is taking a 2-hour ride. I would 100% agree with that. I'll be celebrating the warm weather by spending my weekend in Mackinac City, putting a few hundred miles on the snowmobile. Some of us prefer the cold. It's another great, weekend event. If it's going to be nice and you still have some snowmobiling, it's outstanding.
I could definitely see
Now, John, when you go riding, where do you usually go?
I usually head towards, I may actually head down towards Monroe, Norway, just because I want to go down and see what the launch looks like. Sterling State Park down there, got a great launch. There's a few of them down there. So I go down there and see if the launches are open, how close they might be to open up, and I get to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
That's a great park. I wish Lake Erie was a more attractive place in general.
Yeah, with a lot of smokestacks.
Because that's a great beach.
It's a great beach. It's a great launch. It's a great little inlet there. But I agree with you. I wish it was just a little bit more scenic.
Yeah, you got Fermi right over next to me.
Yes.
Hey, John, so I'm curious because I don't ride the hog. Enjoy going out on a 2-hour drive. You listen to any music?
No.
Mother Nature.
Yes. This is when you go for 2 hours. Part of the beauty of going on the bike is you take your watch off. You don't know what the time is. You can't talk on your phone. You can't check text. of small decorated Christmas trees that have been frozen into planters in my front yard that I will finally be able to take out and put away for the year. That's from Brian. I can't wait for the 1 month of warm and nice weather we get in this state. There's more than a month. I'll be in Grand Rapids wiring my sister's basement all weekend. Mike Williamston.
Oh, great.
All right, here's one. I will be on the bay spearing pike. More than welcome to join me. Tell Stoney to calm down. Almost 24 inches of ice.
Okay. So I might make sure all our listeners are
To me and Stoney's point, the Coast Guard will be out somewhere.
Right.
Yeah,
It's that
not
time
in
of
24
year.
inches of ice, that's for sure. But I'm guessing that's Saginaw Bay. And I might be on my way out there as well. Appreciate the tip.
Hey, Chris mentioned in his update, his survey or poll, and a lot of people participated in this, the most disliked NFL players, coaches, or owners, or associates, anything associated with the National Football League. And Aaron Rodgers, going away, was the winner, or loser, you should say, probably. And if I'm reading this correct as far as how many votes, 266,850, which is almost double what Antonio Brown, who came in second, had 107,000. Other people on this list. Bill Belichick is third. People still hate Belichick? No. OBJ fourth. Deshaun Watson fifth. Here's my favorite one on here. Remember the topic, the list associated with the NFL. 5 on the list. Excuse me, 6. Jackson Mahomes. Patrick's brother. Followed by Tyreek Hill. People still hate Tyreek Hill.
Really?